What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahoney here with Derium's Pokemon. Going to be counting down the top 10 Pokemon that you don't want to encounter when traveling through a dark alley at night in this video for you today. Now, this is not just a list of the 10 scariest Pokemon. We all know that there are scary Pokemon out there, plenty of them. There are creepy Pokemon out there as well. These are the 10 Pokemon that, when traveling at night in a dark alley, why in the world are you doing that in the first place? Don't do that. I mean, it's dangerous out there. Don't do that. But if you were, these are the top 10 Pokemon that you would not want to see there. Now, I have scoured the list of all the Pokemon, and I have done my research, and I have looked through, and I can assure you that these are the top 10 Pokemon that you do not want to see in a dark alley at nighttime. Now, I have taken a lot of the Pokedex entries from these Pokemon, and I'll be reading some of them in defense of my top 10 list here, so you're going to get to see some of the flavors text, some of the Pokedex entries along with these Pokemon that I have listed for you today. Super excited about this list. Let's get right down to it. At number 10, we've got Necrozma, an Ultra Beast Pokemon. This thing is creepy. I mean, it is black. It's got like laser beams for eyes. It's tall. It's like the Slender Man of Ultra Beast. You're not going to want to encounter this thing in a dark alley by yourself. According to the Pokedex, light is apparently the source of its energy. It has an extraordinarily vicious disposition and is constantly firing off laser beams. So, this thing is constantly shooting laser beams from its Slender Man looking self. It's got big dark fang looking claws thing. It's from another dimension. Necrozma is definitely a Pokemon that you don't want to encounter by yourself. But that being said, it is at number 10 because shoots out laser beams. This could be the prop for a super dope rave party. I don't know. I mean, I could imagine Necrozma kind of being a little bit of fun, shooting out rainbow laser beams everywhere. You know, you got some rave music playing in the background, some dubstep or whatever. I don't know. Necrozma could be fun. It also could be kind of terrifying to encounter in a dark alley by yourself, which is why it is number 10 on our list of Pokemon you would not want to encounter when doing so. At number 9, we've got Darkrai. Darkrai is an infamous creepy Pokemon. I mean, this thing, like dark cloak type, ghost type, vapor thing. Shadowy, creepy looking dude, Darkrai. You're not going to want to see Darkrai in a dark alley by yourself. Its Pokedex says it chases people and Pokemon from its territory by causing them to experience deep, nightmarish slumbers. I mean, you're going to get thrown into a nightmare, a fit of nightmare. You're out walking by yourself. You don't want to fall asleep into a nightmare and then start dreaming about creepy stuff when you're out strolling the streets by yourself. I mean, then, I don't know, someone could come by and pick your pockets. You're not going to want to fall asleep there in the middle of the dark alley. Darkrai could do that to you when protecting its territory. However, I've put it all the way down at number 9 because I saw another Pokedex entry that says to protect itself, it afflicts those around it with nightmares. However, it means no harm. So Darkrai is not actively trying to hurt you. It just uses its nightmarish, hypnotic thing to put you to sleep so that it protects its territory. So I guess it's just kind of territorial. That being said, Darkrai is a creepy dude, and I'm not trying to run into this thing and fall asleep and forget where my car is when I'm walking through a dark alley at night, which is why it is number 9 on our top 10 Pokemon that you don't want to encounter. At the number 8 spot, we've got another hypnotic Pokemon, Hypno, the king of hypnotizing people, places, things, the king of making you fall asleep. Hypno with his little, circular pendulum thing. And Pokedex entry says when it is very hungry, it puts humans it meets to sleep, then it feasts on their dreams. It carries a pendulum-like device. There was once an incident where it took away a child it hypnotized. All right, so we are getting into creepy territory, folks. Hypno not only will put you to sleep, sometimes it'll walk away with your child. That is not cool. Child snatching Pokemon, you are on the top 10 list of Pokemon I am not trying to meet in a dark alley. Also, let it be noted that Hypno will eat your dreams. I mean, not only I'm saying is it going to, Dream Eater's not a joke. It is going to feast on your dreams, and it finds sustenance in doing so, which is absolutely absurd to me. Hello, Hypno, get out of my head. You're putting me to sleep. Then you're going to eat my dreams all while I'm out patrolling, walking around, just strolling the street by myself. Not something I'm trying to do, which is why Hypno is number 8 on our top 10 Pokemon you don't want to meet in a dark alley by yourself. At the number 7 spot, we've got Giratina. It says in the Pokedex, it was banished for its violence. It silently gazed upon the old world from the distortion world. This thing creates other portals, other dimensions. Like, come on. I mean, it's huge, ghostly type, spider type looking centipede type thing. I think I put it at number 7 just because it is the ghost dimensional version of a 1,000-legger centipede thing. Like, and I hate those, and I find those around my apartment and I get freaked out. And I imagine that if I found a gigantic ghost version of that I would be equally freaked out times a million. So imagine a centipede, a 1,000-legger that could take you into another dimension. No thanks. Giratina, you're number 7 on our top 10 Pokemon that you don't want to meet in a dark valley because you're creepy, dude. You're just weird. Number 6, we've got Malamar. Malamar, king of hypnotizing. This is another put you to sleep type of dude, which is something I'm not trying to do while walking in a dark alley by myself. So if you can see a common theme here, people who put me to sleep, no thanks. Not trying to fall asleep in public, not trying to fall asleep in dark places by myself, not trying to get put to sleep by Malamar specifically. Says here on the Pokedex entry, it lures prey close with hypnotic motions. Then it wraps its tentacles around before finishing it off with digestive liquids. All right, there's a couple key words here. Tentacles. First of all, you put me to sleep, then you have tentacles. No thanks. I'm out. Tag me out, coach. I want to go home. I do not want nothing to do with a Pokemon that's got tentacles and a Pokemon that's putting me to sleep. Then another keyword, digestive liquids. This thing is going to eat me. It's going to put me to sleep, wrap its tentacles around me, then eat me. No thanks. Sorry, I'm out. I am not trying to deal with this thing. Another Pokedex entry. It wields the most compelling hypnotic powers of any Pokemon, and then it forces others to do whatever it wants. So not only can it eat me, it can force me to do whatever it wants. Malamar is one creepy, messed up dude, and I am not trying to encounter it on any sort of walk, and let alone in a dark alley by myself, which is why it's number 6 on our top 10 list. The number 5 spot, we've got Hoopa, and not the cute little Hoopa, the cartoon-looking one with the grin and the sonic rings. No, I'm talking about the ghostly-looking one, the interdimensional, unbound Hoopa with like 6 arms. No thanks, not trying to encounter that thing in a dark alley by myself. Pokedex says this troublemaker sends anything and everything to faraway places using its loop, which can warp space. So Hoopa's gonna send me through its wormhole, going through its sonic ring. Definitely not on my list of things to do when on a stroll at nighttime. Says it gathers things it likes and passes them through its loop to teleport them to a secret place. Hoopa, I'm not trying to go to your secret place. Definitely not trying to travel through your ring hole and go to your secret place. Not something I am interested in. It says here, in its true form, it possesses a huge amount of power. Legends tell of its avarice, how it once carried off an entire castle to gain the treasure from within. That's a lot of effort, Hoopa, just to get some treasure, okay? So I'm not trying to get transported by Hoopa anywhere, especially if I'm out walking by myself, which is why Hoopa is number 5 on our top 10 Pokemon that you don't want to encounter in a dark alley by yourself. Coming in at number 4, we've got Misdrevious. And yes, Misdrevious. No, not Miss Magius, not the evolved form. I read through Miss Magius's Pokedex entries, and Miss Magius can actually low-key be kind of helpful, and people actually seek out Miss Magius to like help with things, and it really just chants a lot. No, not that creepy. Misdrevious, on the other hand, is one creepy, messed up Pokemon. Let me tell you about it. Pokedex entry says it loves to bite and yank people's hair from behind without warning just to see their shocked reactions. No, thank you. Also says it likes playing mischievous tricks such as screaming and wailing to startle people at night. When I'm out on a stroll by myself at nighttime wandering through a dark alley, which I probably shouldn't be doing in the first place, I'm not trying to have my hair pulled, not trying to hear no shrieking, no screaming, none of that. Now, the creepiest thing about Misdrevious, though, is that it literally feeds off of you. Now, this is something I do not like. I don't like that Malamar likes to eat me with its digestive fluids. Don't like that Hypno likes to eat my dreams. But Misdrevious, apparently, frightens people with a creepy sobbing cry. The Pokemon apparently uses its red spheres to absorb the fearful feelings of foes and turn them into nutrition. Now, why is Misdrevious feeding off of my fears. That's messed up. I do not like that. Why is it gaining nutrition, sustenance from the fact that I'm scared? That is not something I am trying to encounter at nighttime. The final Pokedex entry says, what gives meaning to its life is surprising others. If you could set your ear against the red orbs around his neck, you can hear shrieking. I am not trying to deal with no sort of fear-feeding, ghost, hair-pulling thing at nighttime, so that is why Mischievous is number 4 on our top 10 Pokemon you're not trying to encounter in a dark alley by yourself. At the number 3 spot, we are down to our final 3 Pokemon. Here we've got Gus Lord. Gus Lord is a creepy thing, dude. It's got a huge mouth, Ultrabeast mouth, eats a lot, leads to other dimensions. Of course you're not trying to encounter this thing in a dark alley by yourself, because the thing will take up the entire alley and probably just suck you into its wormhole of a mouth into another dimension. The Pokedex says it has gobbled mountains and swallowed whole buildings, according to reports. It is one of the Ultra Beasts. We've been known that. A dangerous Ultra Beast. It appears to be eating constantly, but for some reason its droppings have never been found, and I think that's probably what bothers me the most, is that it eats constantly and has never pooped. Why did the Pokedex feel the need to let us know that this Ultra Beast has never pooped? That means that Gus Lord is either one giant poop monster just contained entirely of poop and defecation, which means that yes, it smells bad and I am not trying to encounter it, or it sends all its defecation out into its wormhole other dimension area where I am not trying to end up. So Gus Lord, yes, you will eat me. Yes, you're going to send me to where all of your defecation is, and I am not trying to be there. Another Pokedex entry says, although it's alien to this world and a danger here, it's apparently a common organism in the world where it normally lives. Oh my gosh, can you imagine just a whole planet full of Gus Lords? And it would be horrible. What if I eat this thing and it sends me through its dimension wormhole to a land full of more Gus Lords? That would be horrible. So I am definitely not trying to encounter this thing. This thing is a mess of a Pokemon. The teeth, the arms, grabbing me, throwing me into its mouth. No thank you. Gus Lord, you are number 3 on our top 10 Pokemon I am not trying to encounter in a dark alley. And we are down to our final 2 players in the top 10 Pokemon that you're not trying to meet in a dark alley. We've got at number 2, Haunter. Haunter is a creepy Pokemon, original Pokemon from the first 150. You go into Lavender Town, you're in Pokemon Tower, you're encountering Haunter. He's a creepy dude. You've got the Lavender Town music playing in the background. Of course, Haunter is a creepy Pokemon, and that remains true all the way in 2018. Says here under its Pokedex entries, and I've got a lot of them because they're all creepy. Its tongue is made of gas. If licked, its victims start shaking constantly until death eventually comes. That's right, Haunter will kill you with its tongue, with its gas tongue. I am not trying to deal with that when I am out strolling by myself in a dark alley at night. It says here, it hides in the dark, planning to take the life of the next living thing that wanders close by. Haunter's gonna lick me to death. It's gonna take my life away. No thank you. Haunter is actively a danger. It is going to kill me, and I'm actually pretty scared of this. Says as well, in total darkness where nothing is visible, Haunter lurks, silently stalking its next victim. All about gathering victims, all about licking people to death. Haunter is a dangerous Pokemon. If one beckons you while floating in the darkness, you must never approach it. So I guess if I see a Haunter, I can at least choose to not go near it, and I should maybe be okay. Says here, if you get the feeling of being watched in darkness when nobody is around, Haunter is there. I don't like that. You're telling me if I'm alone by myself, Haunter's there. He's already thinking about me. He's already scheming. He's already thinking about licking me to death. No, thank you. Says it strikes at humans from total darkness. Those licked by its cold tongue grow weaker with each passing day until they die. What in the world is up with it? Like, Haunter is literally killing people out here, and that is messed up. I am not trying to encounter no Haunters in no dark valleys because I'm trying to live a little bit longer. I am not trying to get licked to death and just die a slow, painful death. Like, oh no, why did I get licked by a Haunter? Another Another Pokedex entry says, it's dangerous to go outside alone on nights when you're feeling sad. Haunter will catch you, and you won't be able to go back home. Oh my god, that's literally what we're doing. I'm out here in a dark alley by myself, and Haunter will catch me, and I will not be able to go home. Like, definitely not trying to deal with that. And finally, says if you trip and fall for no apparent reason or hear a sound when no one is around, it might be a Haunter. Haunter is a tricky dude, will lick you to death, will make it so that you cannot go home, will snatch you up, and probably make it so that you die a weak, suffering death days later. Definitely not trying to deal with no Haunters, which is why he is the runner-up number 2 spot on our top 10 Pokemon I am not trying to encounter in a dark alley. Finally, we've got Gengar at the number 1 spot, top Pokemon that you are not trying to encounter in a dark alley, and that makes sense because Gengar is famous on these streets for being a creepy ghost-type Pokemon. You saw how creepy Haunter was. You can only imagine how creepy Gengar's gotta be. It says here, even your home isn't safe. Gengar will lurk in whatever dark corner of a room it can find and wait for its chance to catch its prey. You're telling me I'm not even safe in my home studio? What? I'm not safe here. I'm not safe when I'm sleeping. I'm not safe in my house. That is not cool, let alone safe in a dark alley. This thing will hide in my shadows. I'm not about it. Says as well, it apparently wishes for a traveling companion since it was once human itself. It tries to create one by taking the lives of other humans. That's right, it used to be a human, now it's dead, now it's trying to kill other people and take it to the ghost realm with it. I am not trying to do that. So common themes here, Haunter and Gengar will kill you. Lavender Town is creepy, the creepy music there is creepy, Gengar is creepy. These Pokemon are not playing no games, they're not trying to pull your hair, they're not trying to send you into another dimension, they are trying to take your life, which is why they are at the top of our top 10 Pokemon you should not encounter in a dark alley. Says as well on the Pokedex entries, should you feel yourself attacked by a sudden chill, it is evidence of an approaching Gengar. There is no escaping it. Give up. Unbelievable. The give up is actually in the Pokedex entry. That's insane. It tells you just give up. Just there's no hope. Just give up. Go, just succumb. Just let Gengar take you over because it's gonna get you. It's gonna snatch you up. That is crazy. Says as well, it is said to emerge from darkness to steal the lives of those who become lost in mountains. Another one, hiding in people's shadows at night. It absorbs their heat. The chill it causes makes the victims shake. To steal the life of its target, it slips into the prey's shadow and silently waits for an opportunity. This dude is hiding in your shadows, trying to steal up your life. Definitely the top, scariest, creepiest Pokemon we are not trying to encounter in a dark alley. And the final Pokedex entry I've got says, it appears to attack people who get lost in the mountains, said to be the culprit behind shadows that laugh in the moonlight. Not only is it laughing at you, it's trying to kill you, it's hiding in your shadows, it makes your shadows colder. I read some Pokedex entries that it literally will sap the heat from your surroundings and make it cold too. Gengar is a creepy dude. He's gonna laugh at you while he tries to take your life, and I am not down with that, which is why he is our top Pokemon that I am not trying to encounter in a dark alley. So, want to thank you all for watching the video. Let me know what you think of this top 10 in the comments below. What Pokemon would you not want to encounter in a dark alley? Some other ones that I thought of were like Grumpig's kind of creepy, Machamp would definitely beat you up. Didn't make the list though. Let me know, what Pokemon do you not want to see in a dark alley in the comments below. Did you like the video? What other top 10s do you all want to see on Derium's Pokemon here? Make sure to follow me on Twitter at enjoyfriend, ENJOY friend. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell. Peace.